Britain was the key to invasion, the stepping stone, the storehouse.
Food, guns, planes. Buy ship from America. In World War I, the Royal Navy bore the brunt of the Atlantic battle.
But in World War II, the Navy has a new ally, the RAF, Coastal Command. Two services, one task, protect the ships.
Protect the supply ships coming and going on the trade routes of war from America, Canada, Russia, the Far East, the Middle East, the Mediterranean. Protect all these ships in the Atlantic, in 10 million square miles of sea. That was the task of Coastal Command.
And the men of Coastal Command protected the ships. In 5 years, they flew 200 million miles, a journey equal to 400 return trips to the moon.
But we were short of planes and short of naval escort. There were vast gaps in the Atlantic net, and in those gaps, the enemy waited and struck. Food, guns, planes. Hitler handed out medals to his U-boat commanders, and the commanders handed out a few more to their crews, and their boss, Admiral Dönitz, told them, an aircraft can no more eliminate a U-boat than a crow can fight a mole.
But as the war continued, air power began to take effect. Coastal covered the seas from bases in Britain, Iceland, Gibraltar, and from new bases in the Azores. And from these bases, the gaps in the net were closed. Find the enemy, strike the enemy.
Find the enemy, strike the enemy.
But Hitler had some more aces in the pack. The Bismarck put to sea, a big ship and a dangerous ship. A ship that could fall on a convoy like a wolf on a flock of sheep.
But from the moment that the Bismarck weighed anchor, she was watched, trailed, and shadowed. Shadowed by irritating little specks that wouldn't be shaken off. Little specks that told the Royal Navy where the Bismarck was to be found. Find the enemy, strike the enemy. The Bismarck went down. She had not sunk a single ton of merchant shipping.
And in Britain, the stuff that goes to make invasion was arriving by the thousands of tons, by the millions of men. Hitler had lost battle number 1.
Along the Atlantic Wall, the Germans kept watch. They knew that any invasion fleet would have to cross the channel. And they knew, too, that afterwards the supply ships would have to cross. Every day, many times a day. And the Germans thought that this was where they had us. Then another force came into action. Bomber Command. The U-boats were based in steel and concrete pens. These, said the enemy, were immune to any bombs. But the enemy had reckoned without 12,000-pound bombs. The E-boats were based in Havre and other French ports. We had some 12,000-pounders for them, too.
The invasion fleet moved, so did the U-boats. The German E-boats, the R-boats, the destroyers, they moved too. But Coastal Command had thrown out a new net, this time over the narrow seas.
invasion had succeeded, and we had lost less than 1 ship in 1,000. Hitler had lost battle number 2. There remained one last factor, a big factor, the Tirpitz. She waited in the fjords of Norway, waited to raid and strike. One enemy capital ship means many Allied capital ships to watch and wait. Many capital ships needed urgently elsewhere. In the fjords of Norway, Bomber Command Lancasters attacked the Tirpitz, and they dropped 12,000-pound bombs. Of the Lancasters saw the Tirpitz, the last pride of the German Navy, roll over on her back.
And out in the open Atlantic, the capital ships that had watched and waited now turned their guns and their bows eastwards, towards the Pacific. For now, the cooperation between the RAF and the Navy is being extended. 2 services, 1 task: to find that other enemy and to strike that other enemy.